Fancy meeting you here. Wake up. Wake up.
Did I walk in my sleep last night?
No. No, you know exactly where you were going.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's just starting to come back to me now.
Obviously.
It's taken us too long to realize just how much we need each other.
Much too long.
You think this means that I could move back out of the guest bedroom?
Does that answer your question?
Morning.
Morning. I made coffee.
I'll go get it. I need it. That bed in Terry's bedroom is a little too soft for me.
Yeah, I didn't sleep much last night either. I was thinking about Lucy.
Yeah, so was I, actually. That's really why I didn't sleep.
Jake, do you think she's going to carry a baby full term or not? Do you think she's going to give us her decision today? Hello?
Morning, it's Sean.
Oh, good morning.
I'm not going to ask you how you are on the phone. I think I'll ask you how you are over lunch today.
Oh, Sean.
Oh, great. It's a date, then.
No, not if it's to talk about getting back with Duke. I don't know how much more final I can be about that, particularly since I've discovered he has another secret from me that there's just no use.
Whether we have lunch or not, we are going to meet today, and that's an order from your old WSB boss, Anna.
All right. I'll come by the warehouse later on. Will that do?
Certainly will. See you later.
I still have plenty of time to get to the airport to catch my flight back to Lorient. There's even time for you to pack. Come home with me, Camellia.
This is my home now.
You'll be making a terrible mistake if you stay here.
My future is here.
A future that can only bring you and others more heartache. Now, what kind of a future is that, my dear?
Well, if that's what living in the real world brings me again, then I'll accept it. Because I'm not giving up on life again. I'm not.
Who are you calling?
I'm trying to call Lucy at the hospital.
Bobby, you know, you could be pressing this just a little too hard.
It doesn't matter. She wasn't there. Jake, she called in sick.
Try to let it go.
I can't. I don't think you can either. I was so sure that she had no intention of going through with that abortion.
Bobby, I had to drag her away from the abortion clinic.
That doesn't matter. That could have been staged, although now I'm not so sure. What if she does intend to go through with it?
I think you're making yourself crazy.
Maybe. Jake, you're a lawyer.
Last time I looked at my diploma, I was.
You're also the father. Can you legally stop Lucy from getting an abortion?
Strictly from a legal point of view, father has absolutely no rights in the first trimester of the pregnancy.
I could shoot myself.
Why?
For antagonizing Lucy.
It's just time that we stop pointing fingers, okay? Give ourselves a break. Besides, we could be surprised. Let's give Lucy a little more time.
That's what I said to myself at 3 o'clock this morning.
Well, good. Keep saying it to yourself.
Jake, I just thought of something.
What?
She called in sick. What if she's out getting an abortion right now?
I'm sure she wouldn't do that.
With Lucy? I don't think you can be sure about anything when it has to do with Lucy. I can't stand it anymore.
What are you doing?
Because if she's homesick, I'm going to call her. Don't worry. It's not completely an unkind gesture.
Look, Bobby, if you just take the anger out of your voice, you might get somewhere.
I'll try, Jake. Would anxiety be all right? She's not there.
Or she's not answering, and I've got a funny feeling she's playing a little game with us right now.
I certainly hope not.
From this moment on, we live only in the present.
Yes. Only in the present.
In a sonnet my mother loved, there's a line I remember. It's for us now.
What is it?
Love is not love which alters when an alteration's fine.
That's lovely.
It is for us. Our love has won through.
Nothing will alter that now.
You're right, my love. Love. That's what tonight is for.
Stop it. It's over with.
Oh, this is so lovely.
I'm glad you like it.
I love it. Where did you find it in such short notice?
I found it about 2 months ago. And I took a lease under an anonymous name, of course.
Really? Why anonymous?
In case a certain lady wanted it that way. I even remember the exact date.
When was it?
About 2 days after we met. I took a drive and I saw this sign. So I took a look. And I said to myself, this is for Anna Devane. Hey, Duke. Duke.
Oh,
Hi, I'm sorry. What can I do for you, Sean?
I'd like you to come up to my office for a little talk.
Okay, I'll just get the manifest together.
I won't worry about that. I'm not going to discuss business.
If this is about Anna,
Yes, it is.
I appreciate what you're doing. I don't want any more questions.
There are going to be more questions, my friend. This time I aim to get some answers. See you in a couple minutes, huh?
You have a beautiful home in Lorient, and it's there just waiting for you. And I know that someone else will come into your life. I know it.
In the first place, the house isn't mine.
Well, of course it is. Your father left it to you.
Angus was not my father.
Now that is Abigail talk, and I don't want to go into it. Angus knew you were his daughter. He raised you as his daughter. And as his daughter, you're going to come into a most comfortable inheritance one day quite soon.
Oh, when you get down to it, you raised me, not Angus.
I helped raise you, yes. And there are times I think of you as the child I never had. Everything I'm trying to say to you comes from love.
Is it love to keep me from the real secret of Lorient?
I've told you before, I don't know of any secret.
I have to know why I had a breakdown.
Well, I've always told you were a very delicate child.
But I know now that I wasn't. So something terrible must have happened, which I have completely blocked out of my mind.
I know nothing about it, nothing at all.
This secret has to be dreadful.
Well, you can't know that, Camellia.
I do.
Well, why? I mean, what in the world do you have to base that on? You know, I really worry about your state of mind, particularly when you talk like this.
I'm not making this up, Janet.
What proof do you have that there is some, what do you call it, some dreadful secret?
Duke is willing to give up Anna Devane in order to keep it. Now, if you don't think that that's proof, I don't know what else I can tell you.
Could be your imagination.
What's happening to Anna and Duke is not my imagination. This secret has to be so dreadful that it would cause havoc if it came out.
All right, let's say you are correct.
I am.
All right, then it's something that we should leave alone. Oh, come home with me where you can be safe, where someday you can find true happiness.
I can't. I simply can't. There's nothing more that you can say to me. Oh.
Well, you slept late this morning.
Morning, Father.
Good morning, Edward.
You slept hard, too.
What does that mean?
Well, when Lila and I got home from our little evening on the town last night, I rapped on the door, thinking you might like a nightcap or something.
The guest bedroom?
Yeah.
Didn't hear you.
I can't keep this up. You weren't there. I couldn't be more delighted.
Well, your son walked in his sleep, and I didn't have the heart to wake him.
Listen, all I had to do was look at the two of you, and I knew exactly what had happened. I couldn't be more delighted.
You also plotted the whole thing.
Well, one can plot and plot, but if the flesh isn't willing...
The flesh was definitely willing, sir.
Congratulations. God bless you, my child.
Well, thank you.
Well, good work, son.
It wasn't work, Father, I assure you.
Well, being a man of the world, I have a question to ask you.
Well, I think perhaps we've done enough of this,
This
okay?
is a very practical question.
Oh, then feel free to ask.
Was last night a moment of madness, so to speak, or was it the real thing? Now, you see, I know about these moments of madness.
I would say it was the real thing, wouldn't you?
Oh, well, I think so, yes.
Aha.
I never knew that my father was such a romantic.
No, I didn't either.
The Quartermain's right again. We can hunt for the bulls and the bears on Wall Street together, huh?
And obviously he's not the romantic.
Yes, ma'am. Despite what people say, there are certain things in life that will never change, and my father is one of them.
Now, to get back to the business of business.
I really think we should be going to the hospital, don't you?
I've marked a couple of opportunities here in the stock exchange. Now, we may have to double up on a couple of the investments.
I think we should go very soon.
Look, can we dampen the ardor for a moment and get down to business?
Who cares about money at a time like this?
I don't.
How long is this honeymoon going to last?
Who knows?
Well, if this keeps up too long, it's going to cost us a fortune.
Be worth it, wouldn't it be, darling?
Yeah, I give up.
Anna was right about me.
Exactly what is she right about?
I have a secret that I can't share with her, and for her it's the final straw.
From what I gather, there were quite a few of those.
Yeah, this was a dead end.
I certainly hope it isn't the one concerning Camellia, because I could never understand why you kept your relationship with her a secret in the first place.
Sean, this has got to stop.
Now, I get the feeling that if she never reappeared in your life, we wouldn't have this problem now.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. You started off on shaky ground here, my friend. And people from your past have a way of popping up into your life again.
Yeah, you know, but when you're in love, you somehow hope that won't happen.
Yeah, but it did.
Okay, so I gambled and I lost.
What do you mean you lost? What about Anna?
I know what I'm doing to Anna. I feel bad about it. It's killing me.
You know what I think? I think Pandora's box has been opened. Secret's about ready to escape if it hasn't already.
It hasn't. My father died to keep that secret. And it will die with me also.
And you're the only one left who knows the secret.
Yes.
What about your Aunt Janet?
She'll never know it.
Look, Duke, you and I are two guys that lived in the fast lane. Me, probably more than you. What are you trying to do? Protect Anna?
Of course, yes.
Well, you're not doing a very good job of it.
What does that mean?
What it means is that a secret has a life of its own. I mean, Angus died because of it. You could die because of it, but the secret, that'll survive. Somehow, some way, it will survive. Now, is that any way to protect Anna? To leave something like that to threaten her?
I think it will die with me.
I don't. When I was in the WSB, I dealt with secrets every day. Every day. Only rarely have I ever run across one that dies and goes away forever. But besides all that, there's something else we have to consider here.
What?
There might just be a solution.
Oh, there is no solution. Good God, man, do you think I haven't looked for one?
Well, what about Anna? She might come up with one. She's bright.
I could never take this to Anna.
All right, then what about me? I mean, isn't she worth fighting for?
Of course she is, yes.
Look, I have kept so many secrets in my life that if I picked up that phone over there, hundreds of people might die. because I said one word. And that's all it takes. So my protecting you and Anna is no big problem for me.
About 4 years ago. Give or take a month or two. Camilla and I, we were in love. It never became a full-blown affair, but I suppose it could have done. I found out we were brother and sister. I was her half-brother. Angus was our father. When I told Camilla this, well, I made her stronger stuff than she is, but well, she was shattered. I tried to hold her steady, but she spun off, out of control. She went to the ballroom. She was dancing with a man who had come to the ball with Angus. He was a stranger to me. Angus was watching the couple with growing concern. He told me the man could be dangerous. He said we should get Camilla away from there as soon as the music stopped. And by the time the music stopped, Camilla had disappeared.
Where'd she go?
She hadn't gone very far. My father and I, we were in the hallway when we heard her scream. We were the only people to hear her scream. Nobody else was around. When we got into Camilla's room, the man had tried to rape her. And Camilla had killed him.
There's more, isn't there?
Her face. Camilla's face. When she looked up and she saw us, it was as if it was like we were strangers. And then she closed her eyes. And I carried her to a small guest room nearby. Angus told me what we had to do. He said we had to hide the body forever. And after we hid the body, we had to go back to Camilla and swear her to secrecy. Well, when we got back to her, we couldn't swear her to anything. When she came to, she had no memory of what happened. And even after a year in a psychiatric hospital, she had no memory. She doesn't remember any of it, not even to this day. So do you see why I can't take this story to Anna? I mean, Anna, of all people.
Yeah, I can see it. She's chief of police. Compromises her job if she knew a crime like this existed.
And there's Robin. And God knows she went through enough when I went to prison. See, there really is... There's no end to this. There is no solution.
There never is an easy solution.
There certainly isn't one to this. Now do you understand?
Yes, I do.
You know, I feel as if the blood has just drained right out of me.
I'm gonna make a recommendation. No, turn that into an order.
What is that, my friend?
I want you to take a few days off, get out of town. Because if you don't, you're gonna crack up.
I can't.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to get out of Port Charles. I mean, isn't there some place you can go, someplace where you can find some peace?
I don't know. Perhaps I mean, there really is no permanent running away from any of this. There is no solution.
There might not be a solution, but there just might be a remedy.
I don't understand what you mean.
When you get right down to it, I don't either. But something's nagging at me. In time, it'll come.
U.S. looking at challenges overseas.
What are you doing?
Reading a brief.
Oh, how can you work at a time like this?
Beats pacing.
Can you concentrate?
Oh, I can't concentrate. Of course I can't concentrate. I'm just as upset as you are.
Thanks for saying that. You know what I'm doing?
What?
I'm trying to analyze Lucy's mind right now. I've got this real clear picture of her track record. I'm trying to be Lucy right now.
You could never do that. Thank heavens.
Maybe she's homesick. One thing is for sure, she's not answering her phone, and there's only one positive thing that I keep thinking right now.
What?
Maybe she has no intention of going through with that abortion.
I think you're on shaky ground there, Bobby.
Wait a minute, Jake, come on now. We offered her a good deal. She knows we want to raise your baby, so why is that witch keeping us dangling?
To make the deal better?
Ah, that's one big motive.
You have another?
Sheer malevolence.
Come on, Bobby.
No, you wait a minute now. Besides all the money, I think she's really enjoying keeping us turning in the wind. She knows how hard that we had to work to try and come up with the money to find our surrogate mother, Jake. And she knows that we're squirming financially right now. She's enjoying this.
Oh, that's I will grant it, Bobby, that she might want more money, but this sheer malevolence stuff, I just don't buy it.
When it comes to that woman, you'll never learn, will you?
I think I'm being fairly reasonable about Lucy Coe these days.
Okay. I'm going to be Lucy right now. I have conveniently forgotten all the horrible things I've done in the past. Do I have to make a list?
Please don't.
Maybe I'm the real victim.
You're being Lucy now.
Well, Jake, you and I were part of that whole group of people that went after her and got her profits from the little sleazy book that she wrote about Kevin.
Yeah, she did say she wouldn't take any profits from that book, remember?
Oh, well, if I'm Lucy, I've conveniently forgotten about all of that. Now, because of us, Jake, I don't have any money for a fur coat and for all of the clothes, for the down payment on the condo, for the diamond watch. I mean, that is sheer vengeance. And she's got us exactly where she wants us.
All right, Bobby. Let's assume that what you're saying is the truth. If it is, she would sure be getting a kick out of how you're handling all this.
Okay.
Please stop pacing.
Before you get so complacent.
Who is being complacent?
Okay, fine. I'm going in the kitchen to fix us something to eat. I'm going to leave you with one last thought.
I have a feeling it's going to be a big one.
If Lucy does decide to carry your baby full term, you'd better plan to lose the brownstone and every other thing we own.
That got me.
Never seen her.
Can't sit still for very long, Sean, I'm afraid.
How's my godchild these days?
She's all right. A bit quiet. Did you bring me over here to talk about Duke again?
Yes.
Please don't. There's nothing more to be said. Getting very wary of my friends.
Why? Because everyone wants to help?
Everyone wants to offer me advice, and it's gone beyond that. And I wish you'd all accept it.
I can't accept it.
You must.
No, I'm sorry, honey. You're going to have to hear me out because I owe it to Robin and to Robert, so I'll risk your anger.
I don't want to get angry at you, Sean. I just don't want you to give me any more advice or anyone else.
This might not come under the heading of advice. What I'm going to say, I don't think...
Please don't. I said I didn't...
I don't give a damn. You're going to hear me out anyway. So sit down.
General Hospital will continue in a moment.
When we were in the WSB together, we dealt with secrets every day of the week. We also dealt with trust and betrayal, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, Duke has a secret he will not reveal to you. But aren't we all entitled to a couple of secrets in our life? I mean, sometimes they cover mistakes, and sometimes they cover sins.
Just listen to me.
I'm not finished.
We're not dealing with just one secret here. There's been loads of them. There's never been any feeling of trust or faith in me.
Well, maybe they all add up to the ultimate secret.
When you love each other, there shouldn't be any secrets between you.
Anna, you are looking for utopia.
Why not?
You know what I think you should do? I think you should get off that high horse of yours and drop this holier-than-thou attitude.
You can't talk to me like that.
I'm the only one in Port Charles who
No.
can. I want you to listen to me.
Why should I? When you persistently refuse to understand, you think that I'm breaking up with you because of some indiscretion he had with Camellia? That's just a drop in the bucket. This has been going on from the first time I met him. There's just been a string of lies, a string of betrayals against the trust I felt that we shared. It's just gone on and on and on, Sean.
What a hypocrite you are.
What?
Do you want to take a moment here and discuss a trust and betrayal of me when you worked for me in the WSB? Or the damage done to some people's lives when you played around with being a double agent?
Please.
You're not answering my question.
No, Sean, I'm not going to.
You talk about secrets, lady.
It's not the same.
Why isn't it?
I don't want to hear any more of this. How can you be so cruel?
You want to know how?
Yes.
I would never have brought up your past unless I thought it would help save your future.
Well, that's very holier than thou.
You know, I can remember you coming to me and begging for forgiveness. I remember you trying to make it up to me. I showed compassion. So did Robert. Where's yours?
I used it all up. You don't know how long this has been going on.
Anna, this is the most important moment of your future, so why don't you just cut to the heart of it? All right, Duke cannot tell you something about
Cannot or will not.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
Look, just stretch your understanding. Anna, all I'm saying is leave the past in the past. Not only for your sake, but Duke's.
Just one thing, though.
What?
Secrets never remain buried forever.
Since I'm the only one in Port Charles who knows your secret, it probably will. Until it's time to be said out loud.
I wonder if Dukes can.
Perhaps. If you'll let it.
Excuse me. Could you help me?
I hope so.
I would like to see the Port Charles newspaper from, several months ago. Actually, last fall.
Oh, anything that old would be on microfilm now.
Yes. I've been here before, but I've forgotten where the microfilm is stored.
Right over there. If you know the exact issue you're looking for, I could help you.
Well, I'm fairly new to Port Charles, so I can't really pinpoint the exact issue. Well, what I want to read about is the recent mob activity in Port Charles.
Oh, that. Well, that ran for several weeks at least. If I recall, the mob was referred to as the Sister Island Gang.
Yes, I think so. Well, maybe I should just go through all the back issues.
Oh, I'll show you where the films are kept. You have quite a bit of reading to do.
That's all right. I can be very patient if I have to be.
It's about time.
Bobby, easy.
Where have you been? What's all this about you being sick?
I had a lot of thinking to do, and I needed to be alone.
Lucy, I called you. At least you could have answered the phone.
I said I had a lot to think about, and I needed to be alone. I think that's a pretty good excuse for not answering my phone, don't you?
All right, let's all back off, okay? Lucy's here now. That's all that matters.
Did you have the abortion?
If you would just hold up for a minute, I could tell you what I'm trying to say.
Lucy, did you make a decision?
What both of you haven't said is that I will be losing almost an entire year of my life.
We're aware of that.
Well, I wasn't sure.
Yes, Lucy, we know.
Jake, I came from a broken family. And when I was very young, I ended up with no family at all. You know, I even pretended with Kevin that I had an aunt who loved me.
There never was an aunt?
No, nobody. So I guess it's just natural for somebody like me to dream of having a big family with lots of children, you know, caring about each other. And...
Lucy, will you...
Bobby! Go ahead,
I
Lucy.
had the same dream last night, and when I woke up, I knew that I could never go through with having an abortion.
Does this mean you're accepting our offer?
Will you sign the contract that Jake drew up?
Well,
Lucy, what? What?
I want to make some changes.
I knew it.
Right this way, Lucy. Have a seat. Contract.
Excuse me again. Could you help me? Of course. I found some pieces that are very interesting for my research that I'm doing.
Oh, I'm so glad.
I was wondering, could I get some copies made?
Sure. You just give me the page numbers and I'll copy them for you. They're 50 cents each.
Oh, that's fine. I have the page numbers.
Okay.
Let's see. There we go. That should cover.
It'll only be a second.
Okay.
Here you are.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Mob broken. Mobsters get stiff sentences. By Mark Carlin.
Duke has a secret that he will not reveal to you. But aren't we all entitled to a secret or two in our lives? I never would have brought up your past unless I thought it might save your future.
Carlin?
Is this Mark Carlin?
Yes, it is.
You wrote most of the stories about the mob activity in Port Charles, and
Well, what's this about, lady?
are you interested in any kind of, well, how do you say, a special follow-up on the Sister Island outfit?
Well, if there's a new angle, I might be.
I may have some information that might be of interest to you.
Yeah, well, I'd have to hear what it is before I'd be interested.
Would you be free tonight?
I could be.
Do you know Kelly's restaurant on the waterfront?
Yeah, everybody knows Kelly's. Meet there?
No. No, there's a warehouse right down the block from Kelly's. It's not being used, so it's empty. Could you meet me there tonight?
She running the whole contract?
No, I don't think so. Actually, she hasn't made very many changes at all.
She's taken forever. She's got us, you know that.
Yeah, I know.
She's gonna take us for everything we got.
She may try.
Any minute I'm gonna scream.
Please don't.
Kill her.
Oh, for heaven's
life is involved here, and she's over there having fun.
Well,
Finished?
yeah, I think so. Would it be all right if I went into your kitchen and helped myself to a glass of water?
Help yourself.
Is this ready for me to read?
Yeah. I did just scratch out a few things. I hope you can read my handwriting.
Not only her handwriting, but her mind. What does it say?
Hold it.
I knew this.
Please, will you be quiet? Let me read this, please.
No, everything that little witch does is designed to torture us. I mean, the whole rap about never being able to have an abortion, that was just designed to pick us up so she could drop us back down. How much?
You're not going to believe this.
At this point, I'm willing to believe anything. How much?
Not a penny.
What?
She doesn't want any money.
May I see this?
Sure, there it is in black and white. All she really did was scratch out a couple of the existing paragraphs, that's all.
She doesn't even want the $10,000?
No. Here, look at this. Look at this paragraph she scratched out here.
I don't understand that paragraph.
Well, that was originally the paragraph that said that we would pay for her medical expenses. She doesn't even want that. As a matter of fact, she's written in her own handwriting down here that she will take care of all of it. Here. Look what she's written on the last page.
As soon as the baby's born, she's going to hand it over to us.
Read on.
She promises never to interfere in our lives again. Jake, I'm sorry, but I'm having a problem taking all this in.
Wait. Lucy.
What? Is there something wrong with the changes I made?
Well, in a way, no, but we can't do this.
Why not?
It's too generous.
Well, I'm not taking any money for
Look,
my
you're going
baby.
to have expenses, Lucy.
Jake, I have a job. I'm working.
All right, look, we can't talk about all this now, but Lucy, you're going to have to let us put a little money in your bank account. You're going to need a cushion. There are things you're not even planning on now that are going to come up. You're going to have to pay for it.
If I take any money from you, it would be in the form of a loan, and I would repay it. Well, Jake, surely you're not objecting to the part where I promise never to interfere in your lives again?
No, Lucy. No.
Bobby?
What?
Oh, you haven't said anything.
I'm speechless.
A rare moment. Let's not question it.
Well, look, I'm very tired. I'm going to go home. Could you get my coat and I'll get my purse?
Certain. We'll talk about this contract again.
Jake, look, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing more to talk about.
Lucy, you're too generous.
When somebody has done something good for me, I never forget it. And you stood by me when nobody else in the world would.
I'm a lawyer, Lucy. That's my job.
Jake, you took my case. You didn't have to do that. Everybody else thought you were crazy, and you stood by me. That's not the sort of thing you can repay, and the money is nothing compared to that. Bobby, are you still speechless?
Yes.
I'll show you to the door, Lucy.
Thank you.
Don't you think you could have said something?
I said I was speechless for once in my life. I was glad I was.
Could have said thank you.
I would have choked.
Bobby,
You really don't understand my attitude, do you?
that's putting it mildly.
Yours has certainly changed.
Yes, it has. Look, her head may not have been straight when she thought of some of these things, but give the girl a break. Her heart was in the right place.
Oh, Jake, please.
What? What, Bobby?
She's up to something.
What is she up to?
She's pretty good, because I don't know yet.
What do you think she's going to do?
I don't know. She's got 9 months. Maybe that's all she needs to figure it out.
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
Actually, she hasn't got 9 months. She's only got 8 months now.
I don't get it.
I know you don't. I don't either yet. But I got a real bad feeling. I don't like it.
stories of castles and dragons in Scotland. More.
I can see Robin in your face.
Oh, I know. She's so happy. The joy she has in living every single day. I feel that right now. It's because of you.
Tonight, following Webster, they've given up.
Hey, how does it look?
What?
The table?
Oh, it looks fine. Looks great.
Well, I just wanted everything to, be special for you tonight.
Look, every night with you is special. What makes tonight any different?
Because I wanted to create a diversion for you.
Well, you're all the diversion I need.
I know you're nervous about making next year's list for residents.
I just wish I didn't know Steve was posting a list tomorrow. You know, it's driving me up the wall.
Well, don't worry about it, all right? Because I'm just going to make sure that time flies for you.
Hello.
Hi, Patrick.
Buzz, what can I do for you?
Well, not a thing, but I might be able to do something for you.
Yeah?
Yank called a little while ago. Something's come up, and he needs to know as quickly as possible whether he's made next year's list.
Yeah, well, I'd like to know, too.
Well, I have Steve's permission to give him that information this evening, and I figured since you two are such good buddies, I'd extend the same courtesy to you. Unless, of course, you'd rather wait until the list is posted tomorrow morning.
No. Are you kidding? Tell me, did I make it or not?
No, hold it. Yank's on his way to meet me at Kelly's, and I thought I'd tell the two of you at the same time.
Okay, well, I'll be there in a few minutes. Buzz, thank you.
Hey, what was all of that about?
Call Frisco, see if he can cover for you at the club. I'm about to find out whether I made the list or not.
Okay.
Thank you, Ruby. Oh, I've been meaning to thank you for the kindness you showed Kay and Hillary.
I am so sorry for what those girls were doing around here. I guess Sandy took it pretty hard.
I think it had something to do with her leaving Port Charles.
I'm sorry. Everybody in town knew she had nothing to do with what they were into.
It's incredible, isn't it? Two young women from good families. Maybe they'll learn from their mistakes.
I hope so. Now, let's talk about Sandy. Is she going back to school? Is she giving nursing up forever?
She's given it up. She's visiting Jimmy Lee and Charity and thinking things over.
Kids.
Yeah.
Who can read them? But I'll tell you something. The young woman staying here, I think you know her. Camellia Mackay?
Oh, sure. Camille's a lovely girl.
Well, what you see is what you get. She's a lovely girl, and she doesn't have a bad word to say about anybody.
I called because I thought you'd be interested, but what if you're not?
How do I know that you're not some sort of crank?
Look, Mr. Carling, do you want the story or don't you?
I've covered the Duke Lavery case since it broke. What could you possibly tell me that I wouldn't already know?
Well, maybe you know everything that happened before Duke Lavery went into prison, but you don't know what happened while he was behind bars.
So tell me.
Well, not over the phone. All I can say is it involves a highly ranked Port Charles official.
Really? Who?
Someone who has a personal relationship with Mr. Lavery. Someone in the Port Charles Police Department.
A cop with a personal relationship with Lavery. Is it Anna Devane?
That's right. Police Chief Anna Devane.
When can we meet?
I'll meet you at the empty warehouse near Carolee's in an hour.
How did you find me? No. I don't want to know. It doesn't matter. The important thing is you're here.
Forgive me, I've been such a fool.
I can't believe you're saying that.
Oh, I love you.
I can't believe you're here.
Neither can I.
Well, how did you know I was here?
I didn't. I had this long talk with Sean, who told me that I was being very foolish.
No, you mustn't blame yourself.
It was fate that I found you. After this talk with Sean, I needed to get away, so I got in the car and I drove, and this is where I ended up.
Isn't it funny how things work out?
Yes. Up until today, I wouldn't have agreed with you.
Well, what did you and Sean talk about?
Well, he told me that I was being unfair to you.
You know, I knew I liked that man for one reason.
He said I should get off my high horse and that most of the things I was accusing you of, I had done myself.
I assume he was referring to your time with the WSB.
Yes. There was a time then, which I've tried very hard to forget, when my life was governed by lies, and it affected a lot of people that were close to me.
All of that's behind you now.
I know, but he pointed out the fact that these people were willing to forgive me, and that I should show you the same courtesy.
I appreciate you telling me all of this. I also appreciate you need a relationship based on trust and understanding.
Yes, I do. But I understand if there are certain things about Lorleanne I have to let go of, I will. And I understand also that your father died because he was trying to protect the secret.
I know. I almost lost you because of that secret.
But that's not the Duke I know now. I promise that I will never ask you another question about Lorleanne. Promise.
Oh, Camellia.
Oh, Ruby, I didn't even see you sitting here.
Well, you're always in such a hurry these days.
Well, bad habits die hard. I've been running all day.
I know. I tried to find you this afternoon. I wanted you to meet Dr. Foster, the head of psychiatry.
Oh, well, I would love to meet her. Tomorrow?
All right.
Okay, great.
Hi, Ruby.
Hi there.
Hi there, what can I do for you?
Something hot? Soup?
Thought you'd never ask.
Certainly didn't waste any time getting over here.
I didn't want to keep you waiting, boss.
You must be so excited about Steve Hardy's list. I hear it's the talk of the hospital lounge.
Yeah.
Look, you don't sound very excited.
Well, don't let him fool you, Ruby. He must be excited or he wouldn't have dragged me out here for this meeting.
I got a lot on my mind, boss.
What's the rush about wanting to know whether you made next year's list?
It's a long story, and I'd rather wait till I hear what the decision is before I tell you.
All right. Well, I hope you don't mind waiting a bit longer. I took the liberty of inviting Patrick to our meeting. I'm sure he's as eager to know the outcome as you are.
Patrick? Oh, I guess a few more minutes won't hurt.
Oh, I'm sure he'll get here as quickly as he can.
Did you get a hold of Felicia?
No, she's not working tonight, and Jade's covering for her.
What about Frisco? Can't he cover for you?
No, he's in the middle of a police investigation.
Oh, great. So he can't come to Kelly's with me.
Well, I can't get around it. I have to sing tonight, so I'll just be thinking about you, though.
Well, how good that does me. I really needed you there with me.
Oh, now I'll be at Duke's. You go to Kelly's and come on over to Duke's afterwards, and we'll celebrate.
I wish I had your confidence.
Well, look, don't be so uptight. You're a shoo-in to stick around for another year.
I don't know, Terry. I'm worried about this one. I mean, I think Buzz is trying to save me the embarrassment of finding out in public his way of cushioning the blow.
I'm sorry.
What are you laughing at?
I'm sorry. I was just thinking about us in high school. Remember when you were so sure that your father would send you away to a private school because your SAT scores were so low you couldn't get into a state school?
Oh, go ahead, make fun of me. You know, we'll see how you're laughing when I got to get a job as a dishwasher at Duke's to make ends meet.
Well, I could probably put in a good word for you because I'm real in with the boss.
Gee, thanks, bunches.
Come on. Look, the worst that can happen is that you get transferred to another hospital.
Would you come with me?
Sure.
Even if it means moving out of state?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, all right?
That means no.
There you go again, jumping to conclusions. What are we going to do about you?
You give me 20 minutes, and I'll let you know.
Well, I got to go get dressed, all right, because I got to sing tonight. You just go to Kelly's, all right, and find out what Yank and Buzz have to say. Good luck tonight. I'll see you at Duke's.
Right.
And I'd like to tell you how proud I am. You've both come a long way since you arrived at General Hospital. I'd like to think I had something to do with that.
Well, I think I could speak for Yank and thanking you, Buzz, for all your help and guidance.
I want to thank both of you for your help. I'll never forget all the hours you put in on the medical van. I couldn't have gotten the program started without your assistance.
I enjoyed working on that medical van. It was the first chance I had to give the community back something that's given so much to me. This is an awfully long preamble, Buzz. You sure you're not preparing us for the big kiss-off?
You're right. I'm sorry. I have dragged this out long enough. I am happy to announce that you are both at the top of Steve's list.
We get to stay?
That's right.
Oh, all right.
Congratulations, kid.
Thank you, Ruby. Thanks for the news, Buzz, and I'll be letting you and Steve know my decision as soon as I can. What decision? Is there any doubt that you're going to be here for another year?
But you were counting on this so that you and Jade could be together.
Well, something's come up that may affect my plans, and I'd like to talk to Jade about it before I discuss it any further. I understand. I can't wait to tell Terry the good news myself. Is she singing at Duke's tonight? Yeah. She had to work for Frisco. Couldn't get out of it. We had a nice dinner and everything planned.
Frisco's busy with an investigation.
And why don't we walk over together, because Jay's covering for Felicia tonight? No, you better go without me, because I got to stop off at the Brownstone, pick up something I left in my apartment. I'll see you over there, though. And Buzz, thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you, Ruby.
Well, keep your fingers crossed.
Do you think they've heard the news yet?
I certainly hope so, because Patrick was a nervous wreck.
Are you in charge tonight?
Yes. Is there something I can do for you? Yeah. We heard that Frisco Jones isn't going to be here this evening. Is that true? Well, yes, but we're lucky enough to have Terry O'Connor with us tonight.
Hey, terrific. You know, I've heard you sing at least a dozen times. Miss O'Connor, we loved you every time.
I guess this is our lucky night.
Well, thank you very much.
Right this way. Right this way.
Well, you're getting to be a big star around here.
Well, it's better than having tomatoes thrown at you.
Oh, come on, it must be a kick.
Yeah, it's pretty wonderful. You know, ever since I got back from Nashville, my mind's been on music. I can't think of anything but what material I'm going to sing at my appearances here.
Speaking of appearances, you better get on stage. You want to keep your fans waiting.
That's right.
You got any luck?
Yes, I did. Finally, one of the perks of my job paid off. Get through to Philomena and Robin on the car phone, and I told them not to worry, I'll be back tomorrow.
So the rest of the night is all ours, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Any ideas?
Yeah. A couple of things we haven't even tried yet.
Only two.
I think I almost lost you. Any idea how miserable I've been? I never thought I'd ever see you again, certainly not like this.
I'm not going anywhere. Not without you. Oh, gosh, you've lost weight. Haven't you been eating?
I missed Philomena's food almost as much as I missed you.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Well, then I will cook you a wonderful dinner. A dinner, anyway. We must have some things left over in the cupboard.
This is all the sustenance I need.
You've got a point there.
I have a better idea.
What?
Why don't I fix dinner for you? Meanwhile, you run off and change out your traveling clothes into something more comfortable. That way we won't have any interruptions.
Sounds like a good idea.
I don't want to waste 1 minute.
What are these ideas of yours, I wonder?
Just a minute.
Okay.
I'll be right there. Ruby, come on in.
Sweetheart. I didn't see you downstairs at dinner. I hope there's nothing wrong.
Oh, no, I was just a little tired, that's all.
Well, I brought you up some food, so I hope you're hungry.
Oh, you didn't have to go to that trouble?
No trouble. I closed up Kelly's. I was on my way upstairs anyway.
Well, oh, gosh, it looks wonderful. I'll make sure I bring the dishes downstairs when I'm through.
Okay, terrific.
Oh, thank you.
Good night, dear.
I'm a little lamb who's lost in the wood. I know I could always be good to one who watched over me. Although he may not be the man some girls think of,
able to come over earlier to talk to you, sweetheart?
That's all right. I know you volunteered to help out tonight.
Yes, it's been really busy, too.
You're telling me she's packing them in.
Yes, isn't she wonderful?
She's great.
Well, don't you have something to tell me?
I don't know where to start, Jane.
Well, how about with Steve's decision? Were you picked up for the next year?
Yes, I was.
Congratulations! You don't seem too excited.
Well, there's something more you should know. You see, I got this letter, and I need to talk to you about it.
Well, I'll get somebody to cover for you.
Yeah, I'll wait outside.
I am so proud of you.
What, are you surprised? What I tell you before I left? I was a shoo-in.
Right.
Listen, you got a few minutes? Something I want to talk to you about.
Sure.
Terry, your voice is so beautiful. I'm very impressed.
Professor Walker, I didn't even see you in the audience. What a surprise.
Well, I'm not surprised. You had your hands full out there. Do you have a few minutes? I have something I'd like to talk to you about.
Oh, it sounds serious. I'm sure it's about classes.
Well, actually, it is.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Terry. We can talk later.
Are you sure?
Possibly. It'll keep.
All right.
Terry, I'd like you to meet Mr. Esposito.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
You're a very talented young woman.
Thank you.
Mr. Esposito teaches music at Harvard College.
Oh, well, then I consider that a compliment. Thank you.
But I do not know what you were doing at law school with a talent like yours.
Well, I just really do this on the side.
I was beginning to think law school was something you did on the side. Look, Terry, your work at the university obviously isn't bringing you the satisfaction it should. Now, after hearing you perform tonight, I know why.
Well, what are you trying to say?
Terry, have you considered working full-time at your singing?
I don't know. I'm really just an amateur. Right?
Nonsense. You're one of the most dynamic pop singers I've heard in a long time. You're wasting your time in law school. As a teacher, I'm not supposed to say things like that, but you should be working toward a professional career in the music business.
Really?
Well, at least give it some thought.
I will. Yes, I will. Thank you.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Well, it's really nice meeting you, and I will take your advice. Thank you.
Okay, now you let me know what you decide, okay?
Okay. Patrick, you'll never believe what my professor and her friend just suggested to me. It could change my life.
Not as much as what I want to say to you.
You first. Go ahead.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I really loved your show tonight. Would you mind giving me your autograph?
Oh, not at all. There you go.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you, and come back soon. Did you see that?
Pretty hard than this.
I have to say that's the first time I've ever signed an autograph, and this may sound silly, but I like it.
I can see this is not going anywhere. Can we get out of here? Let's go home. We can talk.
Okay.
I hope you don't mind, but I couldn't find anything else. I didn't bring an overnight bag.
You've never looked better.
Oh, no. I'm slightly prejudiced about all that, but I don't mind.
You know something? I never stopped loving you, not for 1 minute.
I never stopped loving you, even though I tried. But I couldn't.
I know that.
How do you know that? I never gave you any indication.
And what is this? You never took my ring off, did you?
No. And I won't either. Ever.
Not if I have anything to say about it, you won't. Ever.
Stay right there. We can do without dinner for now. I want to have a little talk.
Haven't we talked enough?
Nope. I want to talk about our engagement. Come on, sit down.
About our engagement?
Yes?
Well, it's not off already, is it?
No. I have a favor to ask you.
Ask anything you like.
All right, I will. Will you marry me?
I beg your pardon. Are you proposing to me?
I am indeed. Well, you've had 3 goes at it, and I thought I should have a shot.
Yeah, that's a point.
I'm serious about this, Duke. I really am. Whatever happened in the past doesn't matter anymore. All that matters is that we live our life together. Nothing's gonna stand in our way. Nothing's gonna come between us. All right?
Yeah? I'm thinking about Camellia.
Oh.
I'm a little worried about her. She says she understands that I love you and I always will, but I don't know whether I believe her.
Well, it's very dear of you to worry about Camellia. But I don't think you need to. I spoke to her. And she feels the same way that we do.
I just hope it's the truth.
Yeah. She wants us to be very happy together. And she isn't going to stand in our way.
Hello? Hello? Anybody there?
You're late. Just stop right there. Don't come any closer.
Let's not play games, huh? Look, you said you had something on Anna Devane?
Yes.
Frankly, I think that's a load of malarkey. Chief Devane's clean as a whistle. Bert Ramsey was the crooked cop in the department.
What makes you think there's only one bad apple in the barrel?
I'm the reporter, lady. I'll ask the questions, okay? What do you got on Devane?
Oh, you're the reporter. You find your own facts.
What am I supposed to go on?
You can start with a murder that happened at the state penitentiary that was covered up. A murder that happened while Duke Lavery was there.
You accusing Lavery of murder?
No. No, I didn't say that.
What are you saying?
You figure it out. If you dig deep enough, all the information is there for you.
I need more details. Give me a break here, will you?
I'll meet you here tomorrow, same time.
Yeah, sure you will.
The hospital will continue in a moment.
Sorry I kept you waiting so long.
It wasn't so bad. It gave me some time to think.
You must be half frozen out here.
To tell you the truth, I didn't even notice.
What's this about a letter?
I received a letter from my grandfather today, and well, look, why don't you have a look at it?
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I'm between a rock and a hard place.
It is a tough decision.
Yeah, it would be a lot easier if Steve hadn't approved my staying at General Hospital for another year.
Let me get this straight. Your grandfather wants you to use your medical expertise to help our people in Asia.
Yes, it was something I definitely would like to do, but I don't know if the timing is right. I enjoy my work at General Hospital.
You're a young man, Yank. Remember, your grandfather said the needs of many outweigh the needs of a few.
What are you saying?
I think you should go. It's what you really want. You can always come back to the United States later to practice.
Yeah, but there's one problem that we haven't talked about yet.
What's that?
You and me.
Why is that a problem?
Well, I don't know about you, but the idea of us being on opposite sides of the world doesn't exactly warm my heart.
It's not a problem.
Yeah, well, maybe not for you. Even if you wrote me every day, I'd miss you much too much.
I never was much good at writing letters.
Ah, well, phone calls won't do either.
I guess I'll just have to come with you.
Yeah, right.
I'm serious.
I couldn't let you do that.
Why not?
Because I'd be asking you to sacrifice too much to live a very hard life, a kind of life that you wouldn't be used to.
Yank, I'm not made of glass. Maybe it's about time I found out what our people are all about. Anyway, you're not asking me to do anything. I'm telling you that wherever you go, I'll be there right by your side.
I love you.
So do I have a deal?
Are you kidding? How could I turn down an offer like that?
Well, let's go and tell Patrick and Terry.
That's a good idea, but I think we should wait till later because the way Patrick was hustling Terry out of the club, I think he has something very important to tell her. Besides, you are covering for Felicia tonight, remember?
You're right. Well, we'll give them a few minutes and then we'll stop by later.
Okay. I don't know where to begin.
Patrick, this is ridiculous. At first, you didn't want me to tell you what was on my mind because you wanted to tell me what was on your mind. But we've been here for 20 minutes and you haven't said a damn thing. Now, what's with you?
Sorry. I'm sorry you don't know what I'm talking about.
Try me.
Okay. Okay, here goes. I think you know that I've been attracted to you ever since we were kids back in Laurelton.
Yeah, and that was a long time ago.
Yeah, but not so long as that I don't remember us not being aware of that spark between us.
A lot of good it did us then, huh? If we'd have known then what we knew now, it would have saved us a lot of heartache.
You're right. The years between those days filled with too much pain and frustration. But Terry, until the past few days, I have never known happiness like I've experienced with you.
Maybe we'll have a happy ending.
I'd like to think so. I'd like to do something to ensure that happiness.
Okay. Got any ideas?
Mm-hmm. I hope you like it as much as I do. Terry, would you marry me? Oh, I knew I would say it wrong.
No, there was nothing wrong with the way you said that. Yes. Yes, I will, yes.
What? I don't believe it. You'll marry me?
Of course I will.
Oh, I can't believe it. You said yes.
Yes, you bet I did. As soon as I'm ready to settle down, you're the man for me. Look, let me try and explain because I didn't mean it the way it sounded.
Well, how many ways can you tell me that you don't want to be with me?
Patrick, I said yes, I want to marry you.
Right. If and when you decide to walk down the aisle again, give me a call.
I didn't mean that.
Then what did you mean? You give me a good reason why we can't get married right away.
Well, my career.
I wouldn't ask you to quit Duke's place. I love to hear you sing.
But I'm not talking about Duke's place, Patrick. I'm talking about... When we got back from Nashville, I just had some other dreams.
Dreams that don't include me?
No, I didn't say that. I just mean, what if I get a record contract?
I think that would be wonderful.
And a record contract would mean Well, it would mean spending a lot of time in Los Angeles or New York.
A little studio right here in Port Charles.
But even if I'm lucky enough to get a record contract, it's a lot of concert touring and promotion for the thing, months on end.
Oh, you know, this is ridiculous. I mean, you're gonna give up something long and lasting for some kind of a pipe dream.
Patrick, is that what you think about my career?
Listen,
Pipe dream?
Do you know what the odds are of somebody being as lucky as you to get, you know, in the music profession?
Look, I just know that I can't be happy unless I try. And there are some people around that think that I've got what it takes. My professor was there tonight at Duke's, and she brought a professor of music from the school, and they seem to think I have a lot of talent and that pursuing a law degree is just a waste of time.
Oh, and I fit into that waste of time category.
You have got to quit putting words in my mouth.
Look at us. This is supposed to be the happiest time in our lives, and I asked you to marry me. Will you reconsider, please?
Hendrik, I don't even have to. I love you, and I want to marry you.
But not yet.
Please be patient with me, please. Because you said we got a special thing, and we do. And, it's bound to work out. It won't go away.
What did you find out?
It was left over from our last visit. You do remember our last visit, don't you?
Yes, of course I do. I tried very hard to forget. I nearly succeeded. But of course I couldn't. Not really.
Well, you know, what we have together isn't something that you can very easily force from your mind.
No. We had some wonderful times together.
Some better times to come. Lots of them.
I'm counting on it.
Did I tell you? I didn't about my new job.
No, nothing specific. It's delicious.
Well, Sean has offered me a job.
Really? Working on the shipping lines?
Yeah, that. And also this other new venture he's involved in.
Make sure it's legal, won't you? Sean has a charming habit of getting himself involved in shady dealings.
Believe me, I have no intention of getting involved in anything that's even remotely illegal.
Can't wait until you've got this debt paid off that you're so obsessed with.
It's very important to me, isn't it?
I know. It's important to me, too. Because you won't discuss marriage until it's all behind you.
It won't take long.
Yeah. There's another thing that's worrying me. All these jobs you're doing and long hours. They're probably going to take a toll on your health.
I know what I'm doing.
Talking about your health, shouldn't we get some food down you?
No. We can eat any time. Tonight's not to be wasted on such mundane matters as food.
Oh? And what lofty matters are we going to be attending to?
I, madam, am going to make love to the most beautiful woman I ever laid eyes on.
I can see my dinner was a hit.
Sorry, I'm not in the mood. You want to take any of this back with you?
Oh, no, thank you. I have enough excess baggage for tonight to take home.
Oh, something else I've done wrong.
Patrick, you haven't done anything wrong. I just wish you would understand my position.
I understand your position perfectly. You'd rather romance the music charts than me. Our life together is going down with a bullet. Isn't that what they say in your music career?
Could you imagine if I asked you to quit the medical profession?
That is an entirely different story.
No, it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to give this thing a shot, and I'm sorry that you think that I'm taking it out on you.
You just let me down easy.
That isn't true.
Yeah, then prove it.
What do you mean?
Wear my ring. Are we interrupting something? No.
No, hi. I have some great news for you. What?
I've decided to accept my grandfather's offer to go practice medicine in Asia.
What about your final year residency at General Hospital?
Well, this is important to me, Patrick. Something I have to do.
Well, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna finish your nurse's training here?
No, I'm going with Yank right away.
Are you gonna finish your schooling in Asia?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. All that matters is that Yank and I are together.
Well, I think that's wonderful, Jade. I'm happy for both of you.
Yeah.
I wish the rest of our life could be like this.
You won't get any argument from me on that.
I feel so safe here with you.
You are safe.
I never want to stop feeling like this.
You never will. I'm so grateful that you were understanding enough to get through this difficult period.
It wasn't really a matter of me understanding anything. I just had to put the past where it belongs. And I'm never going to let the past hurt us again.
Yes, I understand that. What's done is done. But it's my job to investigate things that happened in the past. My name is Mark Carlin. I'm a reporter for the Port Charles Herald. Yes, of course I've met the warden. I've interviewed him on several different occasions. I'm sorry he's not there, so I could ask him this in person. No, unfortunately, it cannot wait. I have a deadline to meet. I need to get into the prison records to check on a couple of things that happened over the past few months. Are you sure? That'd be great. Yes, I'll be there first thing in the morning. Thank you. Bingo.
Tonight, an undercover